We all know that photography is an extraordinarily expensive pastime. We invest a great deal of money in our cameras and lenses at the beginning of the journey, and then we realise that there are things that we want to add. And these things can come in at all manner of price ranges, ranging from the very cheap to the extraordinarily expensive. What I've decided to do with this video is highlight 5 products that I feel have really punched above their weight for me this year. Every one of them is priced below €100, and I think probably, depending on your style of photography, probably very useful. This is a set of Stepup Rings, and it comes in at around £25, so probably around about $30. What these do is enable you to match any sized filter or any sized attachment that clips to the front of your lens onto any size lens. These are an absolute boon, because what happens with filters is screw-in filters are specific to the size of the lens. Now, obviously you don't want to have to buy a whole range of filters, because that's stupid. It's going to cost you an absolute fortune. So what you do is you use these step-up or step-down rings to attach a smaller filter to a bigger lens, or a bigger filter to a smaller lens. These are excellent value. I've got a whole range of these things, and I use them for not just attaching filters, but also other things, such as the next item we're going to have a look at. Now, this is the Raynox DCR 250 magnifier. Basically, this is a lens that goes on the front of your macro lens. Now, this is a clip that will attach to a lot of different sizes of lenses, but there is a maximum size which you can increase by using the step-up rings that I just demonstrated. So this comes in at around €75. So for the tune of €100, you can get this magnifier, which is absolutely pin sharp, plus the step-up rings, and attach it to the front of not just your macro lens, but you could use it to turn an ordinary lens into a macro lens if you wanted to. I've used this with a 70 to 200mm lens. It's very, very effective indeed. Now, with great magnification comes tiny depth of field, so be aware that if you use this, you're going to have to use focus stacking, which is a whole different ball game. But it's not difficult. You can do this manually if you're very, very careful on a tripod. I have found this to be a fantastic accessory and really well worth the money. At well under €100, this compares very well to buying a new lens. Moving away from macro photography to the bigger things in life, to the landscape, I maintain there is a direct connection between macro photography and landscape. I think you're just shooting tiny landscapes. I think that's my view. I would have to say I'm not an expert macro photographer. I've only really started dabbling in it recently. But I'm very much enjoying what I'm finding, and that particular widget is a real good investment, I think. So the next thing, back to proper landscape photography, if you like. It's not a thing, it's an application. This is Photrus. This is designed by photographer Christian Ermler for photographers, and what it does is it's a weather alert application. You go to the website and you register locations using the Google coordinates, Google Maps coordinates. So you register your location and then you tell it what sort of thing you're looking for. So ranging from red skies at night to dawn to cloud conditions to cloud inversions to fog, mist, snow cover, Milky Way, so on and so forth. And what the app will do is to consult a whole range of meteorological information and come back to you with recommendations precisely calibrated in terms of percentage likelihood for these things happening for you at this particular location. It's really excellent because it is very, very specific, and I found it to be very, very accurate. So I went to Scotland recently. I was able to pick the days that I was going to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go and photograph dawn seascapes based on the type of phenomena that I was hoping to find. So really good, really accurate, and in terms of the sleeps that I had when I didn't have to get out of bed because the app was telling me that it was going to be a non-event, I think this has earned me at least an extra 10 hours sleep over the course of that 1 week expedition. So I really wholeheartedly recommend this. You can get a link to the website down below, and I have a discount code, Chris_Wright15, that will get you 15% off the cost of it. So go along and have a look. I think well worth the investment. It's very good indeed. Okay, now this isn't something from 2001. This is a power bank. It's the smallest and lightest power bank that I have found. And for me, going on expeditions up into the mountains, this has proved to be absolutely invaluable. It's fantastic. It's very long lasting, holds a massive amount of power. To give you an idea, I was able to use my iPhone as a sat-nav on a journey which took 6.5 hours. At the bottom, the iPhone was 100% charged. This was reduced by approximately 35%. So yeah, a really good investment, potentially a lifesaver. If you're going up in the mountains a lot, as I do, you'll know just how easy it is to get lost, and you do sometimes have to rely on your iPhone to get you down in one piece. Fantastic, really well worth it. I have become addicted to these straps. I've got one for every camera that I own now. You don't have to do that because you just unclip it. Each strap comes with 2 of these. So if you've got 2 cameras, you can interchange the strap really quickly. It takes that long to attach it and that long to detach it. So very, very quick, very convenient. The cord here that holds it on, very long lasting, very strong. This is not going to fray and break. It will keep your camera attached to your wrist at all times. Now there's a sort of slider mechanism which effectively locks it to your wrist. So if I get it to there, this is not going to come over my hand. So in an urban environment, nobody is going to be able to get this off my wrist. So if you know, I'm slightly paranoid about cameras in urban environments. I've never actually been robbed, and it might just be complete superstition, but this does give me a certain amount of peace of mind. It's by Peak Design at 35 euros a pop. These are a really good investment, and for me, I have to say that I really detest camera straps. I have never found a camera strap that works for me. The ones that go around my neck are really uncomfortable. The camera bangs into my body all the time. The sling style ones for scrambling up mountains with rocks everywhere, totally unsatisfactory because the camera is sort of dangling about. and very likely to bang into a rock, which you do not want to happen. So this is the answer. Really love these things. This is the Peak Design cuff. Okay, so those are my top 5 accessory selections for 2025. Every one of these I have found has punched surprisingly, in some cases, above its weight. I use them very, very regularly, all of them, and I am a man who has shelffuls of useless bloody accessories. These are the opposite end of the spectrum. These are really high quality accessories that come in way cheaper than they're probably worth. So have a look. I've got links to all of them down below. None of these links will take you somewhere where you'll be paying more money. I will get some recognition from the sellers, but it will not affect the price that you pay. So check it out. These are all very useful things. Thanks very much for listening. Every week we have a video on this channel which is usually to do with camera craft, landscape photography in particular, processing techniques, again very much angled at landscape and architectural photography, which are the 2 genres that I do most of all. So if that sounds interesting, subscribe to the channel. Give us a like on the video if you found it useful, and we'll see you next week with another video. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye now.